Hi, hello. Welcome to Reading Podfic. I'm your host, Jay, Pan, or Bean, whichever you prefer. Or come up with a new name for me and put it down in the comments. Today I will be reading Here For You, Emotional Support by Orphan Account on AO3. This is a Kirishima fanfiction for a total of 7 chapters. Today I will be reading chapter 6 entitled The Hospital. Trigger warning, depictions of violence and hospitals. Eijirou was already halfway out the door when his phone buzzed with a call from his agency. Red Riot, we need you too. I'm already on my way. Fuck. Need to get to Izuku. Need Izuku. Is Izuku okay? Is he okay? Let him be okay. Izuku. Eijirou arrived at the scene, heart pounding. His earplugs were in, but he swore he could still hear the villain's screams bouncing around his skull. He scanned his surroundings. It seemed like all the other villains were still incapacitated, and the crowd, including the news reporters, were mostly unharmed. He looked towards the scene. Midoriya was fighting fiercely. He had bruises everywhere and kept getting knocked back by the villains' howlers, screams, and he looked dead on his feet. He was still hitting well, despite all that had just happened, but Eijirou could tell he wasn't doing so hot. He looked unfocused and hazy, movements slow and imprecise. Eijirou ran as fast as he could to Midoriya's aid, seeing that he was growing weaker by the second. He tackled the villain, now a relatively easy task as he'd been taken down once already, and wrestled another pair of crocodile-defying cuffs onto him. Eijirou glanced at Midoriya. He looked drained. He rushed towards him. "Are you okay?" he gasped. He was nearly there when he saw the boy's frame crumple. "Izuku!" Eijirou had gotten him to the EMTs. Midoriya was going to be fine. He'd be okay. He'd taken big hits before. Midoriya was practically friends with the hospital staff with how often he went in his first couple of months. He would be fine. Eijirou didn't think he would be fine. Bakugo had found Eijirou worrying on a bench, head in hands, outside his Zero agency. He plopped down unceremoniously next to him. "Oi, shitty hair." Eijirou looked up. "Hey," it came out strangled and weak. He cleared his throat. "Hey, Bakugo." "Fuck's bothering you?" Midoriya. "I don't know if he's okay. The EMT said he would be fine. I wasn't allowed in the ambulance. I'm not his family or anything. I don't know how he is." He swallowed, worry swirling around him. Bakugo was uncharacteristically silent. "Bakugo?" A sigh. "I don't really know what to say," said Bakugo. "I know I don't like lying, not with anyone, and certainly not with you. You're my best friend. I'm not going to be shitty and lie." Eijirou felt his stomach turn, even more uneasy. "I can't tell you that he's okay. I don't know, and I'd be lying if I said I was sure he will be," he sighed again. "But I can take you to the hospital if you want. I'll get us the fuck in. I don't give a damn if they don't want people other than his family in. We're gonna see the nerd. I don't want you tearing your hair out all night." Bakugo was a really good friend, Eijirou thought, clinging to him as they flew through the city to the hospital. He was scared of heights, but traffic was horrible around this hour, and he wanted to see Midoriya as soon as possible. They entered the hospital, or rather, Bakugo burst into the foyer in his signature dynamite style, and Eijirou followed meekly behind, apologizing to a person using a rollator and their partner, whom they had just startled. Bakugo marched up to the front desk, to a short man wearing a necklace. "Where can I find the nerd?" "I'm sorry?" "Nerd. Deku. Midoriya Izuku. Fluffy green fucker with freckles." Eijirou was worried Bakugo's demeanor would get them kicked out, but it seemed like the receptionist recognized him as Dynamite and didn't tell them to leave. However, "Sir, I'm going to have to ask you to calm down a bit, if you don't want to startle anyone here," the man said. Bakugo bristled and looked like he was about to yell at him, but thought better of it and deflated. "Fine." Eijirou sighed in relief. "Mr. Midoriya is on the 6th floor. Ima can bring you to his room." They followed Ima to the elevator. She pressed the button for the 6th floor, and the doors closed. Eijirou fidgeted while they went up. Ima led them to Midoriya's room. "He is still asleep," she said, "so you will have to be quiet. I will let you in, but please do not wake him. He needs to rest." They entered the room as quietly as they could with a 6-foot-tall, bulky dude in the second loudest hero in Japan, and sat on some 2 small hospital chairs. Eijirou didn't like how lifeless Midoriya looked, Besides the steady beep of the heart monitor, he could be dead. He was lying in bed, perfectly centered on the pillow, arms at his sides with an IV in the crook of his elbow. He'd seen the boy like this before, but it wasn't any less unsettling. They sat there for about 15 minutes together before going to the hallway to wait. Bakugo pulled out his phone and glared at it while playing a puzzle game. Eijirou couldn't do anything but fidget and chew on his lip. It started bleeding. He really needed to quit doing that, and get up every few minutes to check the window and the door to look at Midoriya. After about an hour, Eijirou saw Midoriya stir. His soft green eyes blinked open. He pulled Bakugo, who made a grunt that sounded like a question, over to the door and opened it. "Oh, Bakugo, he's awake!" he beamed, happy to see Midoriya doing better. "Kiri, what?" he heard him mumble. Eijirou pulled one of the hospital chairs closer to Midoriya's bed and sat on it. "Do you remember much of what happened?" "I was fighting those villains, and then one of them got loose," Midoriya responded, slurring his words. He nodded. "Yeah, do you remember anything after that?" Midoriya hummed. "Not really. I remember my head hurting really bad." Bakugo tapped him on the shoulder. "Oi, idiot, don't chain him with an interrogation. Nerd's got a head injury." Eijirou watched as a smile lit up across Midoriya's face. "Kachan, you're here," he mumbled. "Hey, Deku." Bakugo grabbed another hospital chair, bringing it to Midoriya's bed and sitting on it backwards. Despite telling Eijirou not to interrogate Midoriya, he decided to lecture the hero. "Don't think that just because you're in a hospital, your shitty ass is off the hook. When you're badly injured, you retreat and wait for backup, nerd. You hear me? You don't keep fighting with your skull cracked open." Eijirou could tell that, despite his aggression, Bakugo had been worried too. Midoriya could probably tell as well. "Sorry." "Whatever. Just take it fucking easy while you heal, asshole. Doctors have you on a shitload of drugs," Bakugo said, nodding towards the bag attached to his IV. "Oh, so that's why I feel so high," Midoriya said, probably to himself, but loudly enough that both he and Bakugo could hear it. Eijirou chuckled. "Yeah. So, what exactly happened again after Howler got loose?" "Well, you got hit directly with one of his screams and nearly cracked your head open. Then you got everyone out of the way and somehow managed to hold him off until I got there," Eijirou explained. "Oh, right, I remember you showing up at the end there. The fight is kind of a blur." Eijirou's face pinched with concern. "I was worried about you, you know." "What was that?" Midoriya had probably had some damage done to his hearing. Bakugo repeated Eijirou's words a bit louder. "He said he was worried about you, idiot. You scared the shit out of everyone. Speaking of, Roundface couldn't get out of work to come here, but she told us to tell you that you're a dumbass. All the others hope you get well soon, blah, 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 all that sappy shit." Midoriya smiled. "Man, he's really out of it, isn't he?" Eijirou commented. "They did give him some pretty strong painkillers. Oi, Deku, how's your hearing?" "Your hearing, dumbass." "Oh, they're still ringing," Midoriya said. "You sound kind of far away, too." "Yeah, loud ass sounds like that'll fuck up your hearing. I know. You'll probably need hearing aids if you want to continue hero work." Midoriya smiled loopily. "We can match, Gachan." Bakugo sighed. Alright. Not much to really say about this one. It was definitely longer than the previous two. It's currently 2:53 when I'm recording this a.m. on December 23rd still. So I definitely need to go to bed. Sorry. And I was originally planning to record chapter 7 tonight as well, but I'm going to put that off until sometime later, or straight up tomorrow, the 24th. Depends on my schedule. Because, my throat is attempting my life, and it is incredibly late, and as I've mentioned in one of the other videos, I do still have both my jobs today, technically Tuesday. So yeah. Sorry. I keep, doing that to clear my throat. There was that one point in time where Kirishima did that, and, that wasn't me needing to clear my throat, that was me, doing what Kirishima did, because I have a bad habit of every time a character is described as doing something, I'll do it too. Mimic their actions, essentially. it honestly throws me for a loop half the time when I do it, which, like, probably not a good thing, because I do it, like, very subconsciously, so I can't really read while I'm at work. Otherwise, I start, like, reacting how certain characters react, or, like, mimicking what actions videos and such say they take, which is probably very annoying, and makes me look even more batshit insane to my coworkers than I already do. But yeah, sorry. It's funny, I refilled my water bottle, like, 40 minutes ago, and I'd say I'm around halfway through it. I definitely need to be drinking more water, but also, it's almost 3 a.m., and I don't want to, like, keep disturbing my sister, who is also in the basement with me walking around, but she should be asleep by now, so maybe I won't. I don't know. Sorry, I'm trying to think if I have anything else I need to say. Oh my fuck, my eye. Oh my gosh, right. The, hearing aid bit. So it is part of, the tags, I think, that Bakugo has, I can word, hearing aids. So that is fun. I really like when Bakugo is given hearing aids. Like, I don't like his character a lot, don't get me wrong, but I like seeing him get what he needs. And he needs hearing aids. So it's definitely nice. Wait, how the fuck did I do that? What? Sorry, I'm looking at something I did earlier. I put up LEDs around my room. I bought 200 feet worth of LEDs. At least I think it was 200 feet. I'm pretty sure it was 200 feet. They came in 2, like, spiral rolls, so I'm pretty sure it was feet and not yards. And honestly, I really like it, because my cat destroyed my old ones that I put up under my bed, because I put them up before I got her. And then once I did get her, I didn't realize how much her enjoying climbing up my bedposts to get into my loft bed would tear at certain ones, like certain parts of the string, so now they just don't work beyond, like, a 2-foot strip, which sucks, because I really liked where I had them. They were a nice source of light, but I bought myself new ones the other day, and now I have them up, and they're all over, and I really like it. But there's a part I did right outside of my desk where I cannot figure out how I did that, because, like, they go up at one part, and I can see where they go up. And then I know they loop a bunch around my shelves, because I did that, and I can see where all they loop. But then they, like, go down and across, but they go down and across in both directions. Like, they go under the shelves one way, and then they go the other way towards my door. I don't understand how I did that. Okay, that's weird. That's fine. It's fine. We're fine. I am actually very confused, though. Oh well. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed. Make sure you go over to the original fic, leave comments and kudos. Say thank you to the author. I hope you have a wonderful next 24 hours. Eat enough to keep your body sustained. Make sure you can stay alive, bestie. Sleep, drink some water, take medications if you have any, or vitamin supplements. Wait, have I done that? Yeah, I did that today. Right? Yeah. Sorry, I just sidetracked myself. Anyways, thank you again. I do sincerely hope you enjoyed, and take care. Bye-bye.